Bugaboo now has two double strollers. They have the all-new Bugaboo Kangaroo and the iconic classic Bugaboo Donkey 5. And in this video, I'm going to be doing a full side-by-side comparison of these two amazing strollers. If you want more information about these two strollers, I'll put links in the description below. I also do full reviews of both of these strollers. I'll put links to that in the description below as well. So without further ado, here is the Bugaboo Kangaroo versus the Bugaboo Donkey 5. So this is the Kangaroo in red, in dark cherry. Isn't that nice? And this is the Bugaboo Donkey 5. And they have them both in a single position, and they call it the mono position. They both have the ability to start as your first strollers. So they both come with bassinets included. And they both have weight limits of 50 pounds on both of the seats. But you'll see in a second, the Kangaroo is an inline double stroller. It goes from single to double by adding a second seat in the front. And the Donkey is a side-by-side double stroller. You can expand that wide. So here are some other comparisons between these two things in the mono situation. So something that is fun about I think it's fun about the Donkey is that it has a side luggage basket. This thing is awesome. They've changed it a number of times over the years, but they have the zipper in here. So you can put your stuff in here. I just actually zipped it. I meant to unzip it. Here you go. I'm now going to unzip it for you. And you can put your stuff in there. You go shopping. You can either tuck it in or tuck it out. There's so many different things that you can do. Just carry it along with you, do your shopping, go to the farmer's market, go to the toy store, whatever you may want to go. And then it just clicks right in. And the width of the Donkey is only 23 inches wide. And the width of the, let's measure. So I'm just going to turn this around, and so we can see what the width is of this in the mono position, the single position. So the width back here is 24 inches wide, and the width of the Donkey is 23. It's about the same, similar-ish, not too different, not meaningfully different as far as I'm concerned. If you're trying to decide between if the width is going to make a difference. But the bottom line is, if you're going through a standard size door, this is going to fit through a standard size door. Spoiler alert, even when you make the Donkey double wide, it'll also fit through a standard size door. That's really fun. But a question that has been coming up ever since I launched my original review of the Kangaroo is, what about the seat size? So you definitely have a weight, though the weight limit on, well, they're both 50 pounds. The second seat of the Donkey will be 50 pounds. The second seat on the Kangaroo will be 40 pounds. I'll show you that in a second. But you definitely have a smaller seat on the Donkey. The width in here is about 11 inches in here. And then the depth of the seat is about 9 inches. And the calf is about 8 inches. And let's do this over here on the on the Kangaroo, sorry. You have 9 inch of a seat, but across here it's almost 14 inches, 13 and a half-ish inches. So you really have a much wider seat on the Kangaroo. And let's just for good measure. You have a 20-inch seat height on the Kangaroo. And you have about a 20-inch seat height on the Donkey. So in terms of the height, same. Width of your baby, it's going to be a little bit more narrow. But I think it's fine, personally. I think that children don't typically, in the later stages, they normally get taller than wider. So the fact that it's the same width, I think, is kind of more important than the width. That's only one person's opinion. The other thing that is interesting to note about the Kangaroo is that there is a pivoting footrest, which is something that they've been asking for a while. So the footwell is here, and you can adjust this depending on how you'd like it. And that's going to be more comfortable in many different ways to have this adjusted the way you want it for your baby. But now let's talk about this in the double position. That's what we've all come here to see. So to turn the Kangaroo into a double stroller. I'll just adjust this right now so we can pop the second seat in. The second seat on the Kangaroo is different from the main seat. So when you get a second seat for the Donkey, they're identical. They're identical, but this is a different seat, and you'll know there's a little 2 icon on the second seat to make you know that it's the second seat, and it only holds up to 40 pounds. So you click this in, and easy to click in, and also it's only about 3 inches longer than a Fox. I mean, it really isn't that long. In terms of the length of this versus the Donkey, that's also a kind of interesting thing to note. Let's take a look at that for a second. So here is the end of the Donkey, and then it's like maybe 2 inches longer. That's kind of interesting. So even though it's front to back, it's only 2 inches longer. Oh, I haven't turned the Donkey into a double stroller yet. Let me show you how that works. So, like I said, add the car seat adapter, click in the second seat on this. In terms of the Donkey, what you'll do is you'll remove that side luggage basket, and then there are clips 1, 2, 3. There's a third one on the front here. Unclip that, put it on its side, pop it open, clip those clips back closed. Great. There's one in the back too. And then what you're going to do is, I have this, the second seat in the bassinet position. I'll show you. And now you have bassinet on one side, toddler seat on the other side. You can put 2 bassinets. You can put the seat goes in both directions. So there are actually 30 different configurations that you have of the Donkey. There are 20 different configurations that you have of the Kangaroo. If you are having twins, if you have twins, then obviously if you have 2 twin toddlers, that's fine with the Kangaroo. But if you're getting this stroller from newborn, you can get a twin adapter for the Donkey, like all these different twin optimizations for the Donkey. I mean, I think many people get the Donkey as a double stroller, though again, I love this as a mono. I'm gonna just say that forever. I think this is a great first stroller. But this is good, like really a single 2 double stroller. You'll get your Kangaroo for your first kid, and then your second kid comes up down the line. You'll get the second. They also have integrated adapters on the back for a side, for a comfort wheel board, which is their integrated wheel board, which will fit on the back of the Kangaroo or on the Donkey. So you could turn both of these into triple strollers. That's fun. So when you convert the Kangaroo from a single to a double, what you're going to do is you're just going to unclick here, lift, turn this around, click this in, and now you're in the double mode. So double mode closer to the parent, single mode a little further away from the parent. Let's talk about the size of the wheels. So the back wheels are the same size, but the front wheels are a little bit longer, a little bit wider on the Donkey. You have about a 9-inch wheel on the front of the Donkey, and you have about a 8-inch wheel on the side of the Kangaroo, 9 and 8. So in terms of all-terrain capability, your Donkey is definitely going to be more all-terrain-ish than your Kangaroo. Let me fold these both for you. Okay, so in terms of folding, okay, if you had 2 toddler seats, you could just fold it down. You could smush it together back into the mono to make it even smaller, but to fold it down, what I normally do is I just push in the 2 adjusters. Again, this is how you adjust the handlebar on the Donkey, and this is how you adjust the handlebar on the Kangaroo. So that's the difference in that adjuster. And then you just take your 2 fingers, push this down, this goes down to your feet, grab, and this folds down. And then in terms of the Kangaroo, you push that in, fold it down, and it folds down. So I mean, in terms of taking up space, I think that the Kangaroo is going to be more compact in general for every day in and out of your car. Especially from a double stroller point of view, this tends to be a little bit larger. I think the Kangaroo is going to fit quite nicely in the trunk of your car. To open it up, you just kind of flick it open. To open up your donkey, you lift until you hear the click, and then you open up the front wheels, and then you open it back up. So I think that if you're having twins from birth, the donkey is the way to go because the kangaroo can't work from birth. If you are because the kangaroo can't work for twins. Then if you are looking for something that's going to be like smaller for your car, in and out of the car all the time, I'd go with the kangaroo. 2 larger seats, they have 2 50-pound seats, you'll go for the donkey, but the donkey seats are more narrow. And if you are looking for more of like all-terraining, snow, beach, etc., donkey, though the kangaroo still has quite nice large wheels. I bet you have more questions. I have a good idea. You should drop a comment below. I'll answer all your questions. Can't wait to have a conversation with you here on YouTube. And also, if you want to see more videos like these, if you want to see more comparisons with a kangaroo, you should subscribe to Magic Bean's videos today because more reviews and comparisons are coming. I'll see you in another video.